Hello, my loves. It's Lala Kent. Welcome to the bonus episode. Easton?
It's just the two of us in here. Ready.
I love it.
Yeah, same. It feels normal.
So over the weekend, or maybe it was last week, John Krasinski from The Office, right? That's where he got his big pop off.
I want to say yes. I don't know, but that's where I know him from.
Okay,
first.
well, that same.
Yeah.
He was named the sexiest man alive for 2024. And I didn't realize that this has been going on. People has been doing the sexiest man alive.
Isn't it every year?
Every year since 1985, since before I was born.
Who was the first one? Do you know?
Yes, the first one ever was Mel Gibson. Mel freaking Gibson.
Great. They're all great looking men. I'm guessing there's a personality involved in the sexiest man alive as well.
Well, I feel like this is what mom always says. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. There's always someone for someone, right? And also there are people where I'm physically, they may not be my type, but you start kicking it with them, and then it's the combination of everything where it's oh my gosh, this person's
you start
so
to
hot.
sink, and the energies are there, and you're like, maybe I do find this person attractive.
I don't know. I totally understand the John Krasinski of it. He does have a sexy factor.
But I think it's also the way he holds himself.
100%.
Because I look at him, I'm not like, that's a good looking dude. But when I see him, the mannerisms about him, I'm like, it's a good looking dude.
No, he's super hot and totally not my type at all. But because I've watched him in interviews and I've watched him on The Office, just the whole thing is just working. But they've had Patrick Dempsey, who used to be McDreamy on Grey's Anatomy. Michael B. Jordan was one year. They really, I think they look at the year, and that's why it's towards the end. They look at the year and go, okay, every single thing that this person has done, said, the way they carry themselves, it's such an intense process of naming who the sexiest man alive will be.
What goes into naming it? Is it projects that they've done throughout the year, or is it?
I think it's the whole package.
Because also, I don't know, did John Krasinski get it because The Office is coming back on?
Who knows? Everything is for publicity.
That's what I was thinking.
Very much so. That could be the reason why. But the reason I'm bringing this up is for the bonus episode, the topic today, I asked, what is one thing that you would change about yourself? And for me, I was thinking less about the physical and more about how you act in the day-to-day, things that are maybe a habit, they are inherent, just things that you wish that you could tweak, but it's really freaking hard. But there was a plethora of people being I would change my body type. I would change my nose. And I'm okay, no matter who you are, there's always something physically that you want to fix.
Always.
Right?
Yeah.
If you could take a bunch of people's body parts and put together the person you would look like, we're all going to look very different because, again, not everybody wants the same thing.
Yeah. I want a different jawline or neckline.
Well, you and me both.
Well, yeah. But I don't want the same jawline that Landon wants.
No,
we
exactly.
Would look very different.
Everybody would look very different. Because everyone wants something different.
Right? But that's the thing that's crazy is I'll look at Landon and I'm like, yeah, you got a jawline, dude. I'm jealous. And he's like, no, I'm jealous of this guy.
Right, exactly.
You're just jealous of the one thing you don't have. And guess what? Careful what you wish for.
Because what does Eminem say? Because if you wish.
Careful what you wish for. Because you just might get it. And if you get it, you might not know just what to do with it.
Right, for those who wish they had giant dicks, and then suddenly they have a tripod, they can't even put pants on.
I know, and now half your paycheck goes to duct tape. Taping that thing down.
You guys know how much I love Nutrafol, and I bet a lot of you already use it and love it too, which is why I think it's a great gift for family and friends this holiday season. I know it might feel a little weird to give Nutrafol as a gift, but trust me, they'll be so thankful when they see the improvements in their hair. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. In Nutrafol's own clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after taking Nutrafol Women Hair Growth Supplement for 6 months. Purchase online, no prescription required, automated deliveries, and free shipping keep you on track. Whether you're gifting to yourself or a loved one, give the gift of great hair growth this holiday season. Right now, Nutrafol is offering Give Them Lala listeners $10 off any order. Enjoy free shipping when you subscribe. Go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code LALAGIFT. That's Nutrafol, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code LALAGIFT. Nutrafol.com, promo code LALAGIFT. I know how lucky I am and how much I have to celebrate and be thankful for this year. I have my two beautiful girls, Ocean and Sosa. I have the best pod of family members and friends. And I think I need to commemorate this amazing year with something beautiful and maybe even a little sparkly. You know what I'm about to say? Jewelry. And when I think jewelry, I always think BlueNile.com. Whether you're looking for something special for yourself or maybe you want to give an incredible gift, Blue Nile has some of the highest quality standards in the industry at prices that are so much lower than traditional retail. Blue Nile also has jewelry experts on hand 24/7 via phone or chat to answer all of your questions. They'll even make suggestions based on your budget, so you can feel confident about every purchase. They've got 30-day returns and a diamond price match guarantee. Seriously, you can't beat the convenience and ease of shopping Blue Nile. And wait until you see their selection. They've literally got thousands of independently graded diamonds for you to sift through. It's like a dream. I've got my eye on these reversible, huggy lab diamond hoop earrings for my mom. They are absolutely stunning. So go to BlueNile.com to shop Blue Nile, the original online jeweler since 1999. That's BlueNile.com. BlueNile.com.
Okay, so I asked our friends on the podcast page.
Did a lot of friends mostly go appearance?
No, there were a lot of appearance write-ins, but actually a lot of them were super relatable. And so I want to ask you, Easton, what is one thing, you could say multiple if you wanted to, that you wish you could change about yourself?
My mental.
Okay.
My thought process.
Like, what is your thought process that you would want to change?
Repercussions first. A lot of people don't think that. I think of like, if I'm going to do this, what are the repercussions? And as I'm thinking, and like, obviously I do like that, but like I overthink like a post or a 24-hour story. People just let them fly. If I post it, I'm like, but what if somebody looks at it like this or this or this? And then it's so many repercussions that I just don't post.
Okay.
So I wish I could change my mindset of just not caring.
Okay.
Because I care.
A lot of people said this.
Mm-hmm. Like, I wish I didn't care.
Right.
But I do.
You were saying in the car that, like, you are scared of failure, so it prevents you from having, like...
From trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how everybody is the same, and they're afraid to try and afraid to put themselves out there for failure in the other people's eyes because everybody is so judgmental. So it's like, how... You want to do the same, so why are you judgmental towards other people? Because now you are afraid to do what you want to do because of your judgment towards people doing that.
Right.
So
it's such a
rock and a hard spot.
That's exactly what it is. And we all sit here and we want the same thing. And it's like, but people are afraid to put themselves out there because there's a lot of mean people who really have a big set of ovaries behind their keyboard.
Like Josh Richards and like those kids that were starting, like they were in high school getting made fun of, all of this. I mean, they're huge now, but they were making their little videos. Every other kid probably wishes they were doing what all those kids were doing, like Josh Richards, because they are now where they are. But like, I wish I was the Josh Richards mindset of
where you just didn't care,
give a fuck,
silence the noise,
and just post what you want.
That is a hard thing to conquer, though. Like, I think even I go through these moments of like, if I say yes to this, will people think that I said yes because of X, Y, and Z? But do you want to do it? Well, yeah, I do want to do it. So then do it. I know, but what will people think? And
by the time I'm done, I'm like, I'm just not doing it.
I'm exhausted. I'm like, oh my God, I need a nap.
Where's a blanket? I'm going to lie down.
No, it does take me out. And so often people say like, I love you. Where do you get your confidence? You don't give a fuck. And I'm like, to the outside world, I come across that way. But behind closed doors, when I'm in my safe space, Like, it is mental torture.
No, my brain is in a fight with itself constantly. Like, just fighting. And I'm like, just shut up there, you fucker.
Same. I'm like, stop.
I know.
Silence.
I'm on like the fucking Cedar Sinai app talking to my doctor.
But by the way, we're all in it together. I'm like,
That's the
we all want the same thing. Why are we kicking the shit out of each other?
You're afraid to do it, so you shit on the person doing it. That's what it is.
Oh my God, it's all so simple.
Yes. And all you have to do is just celebrate the guy doing what you want to do. And if you started doing it, they'll celebrate you. But
Right.
you're just hating the person doing what you want to do so bad that
Yeah, right?
we're in this boat of anxiety together.
Someone's success is not a personal insult to you.
No. But boy, does it feel like it.
I'm telling you, it's too much stimulation is what's happening.
Really?
So when I was reading the comments that people were writing
Oh,
in,
you don't do that. Oh, okay.
No, I avoid the comment section at all costs. But the post I put up and people were writing in, and every single one I saw, I'm like, oh my God, I relate to this. That is something I do as well. But this one really jumped out at me just because I like the way it was written, and I think she's funny as fuck. Well, maybe it's a girl. Yeah, Lily. Lily Dahlman's response: to be able to control my anger and not get angry over someone breathing the wrong way. Short fuse.
I know about those.
Really? I feel like you have the longest fuse ever.
That's why I go into my room and lay down a lot.
So case in point for my short fuse is yesterday. Yesterday, we're at Lovesac buying a couch.
And to interrupt first, I can't wait till it's set up and
And it could be, but how vindicating will it be when that happens for you?
no, I don't.
So for those of you who know Lovesac, you go in and everything is custom ordered, right? Like you can flip the cushions a certain way. The back is a certain way. The arms,
You can
is
put a
it
coffee
tilted?
table in between the seats.
A lot of options. So Easton comes up with this idea that I told him, like, okay, yeah, I don't want that. He like again tries to push me on it. I don't want that. I probably said I don't want that 4 times.
But you weren't getting it.
No, but I was getting it. Let's not start again, okay? So he then goes in for the kill, probably the 7th time that he's tried to push it. And I go, I don't want that, Easton. And I yell in the middle of the store. I was so embarrassed. And I don't know why I hit that level of breaking point. But then Mom reprimanded me and she was like, well, you embarrassed Easton. I was like, well, in return, you embarrassed me. Like, it was the perfect storm of
I
like,
didn't even feel it.
oh, very short. Really? I felt really bad.
I'm glad that you felt bad. You guys just do it so much. I'm just, oh, fuck it. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
You
I have
guys
a
don't.
very short fuse. And I think you have Mom's patience.
No, I do. And I thank God for that. But I really do believe my idea is what is going to happen.
He's
It
still
won't
fucking
be
stuck.
vindicated. I'm
He's
just going to
still
go,
stuck on it.
I just told you.
He's still stuck on it. Oh my God, I'm not going to snap. This is where we implement the change.
This is where we grow your fuse. That's why I'm doing it. We're going to extend your fuse.
I have
day by
Dad's
day.
short fuse. My dad was like the kindest human alive, but then one thing and he would be like very upset.
No, it was scary. Quiet talking when the fucking, like the tucked lips.
Oh, the tucked lips,
Yeah.
freaking terrifying. But I feel like you develop certain mannerisms or tools once you become a parent.
Well, yeah, and you don't listen for the first 9
And then
years.
if it-
Different.
Yeah.
Just fucking listen.
And then if it works, then you know that's your go-to move.
Oh, if Daddy yelled at me, I was like, all right, he's not too pissed. If he came up to me and he was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, my life's ending. I'm grounded.
I want to try that with Ocean.
Yo.
I'm
You do it,
done.
though. That's what you don't understand is you'll walk up to Ocean and go, I'm done. It is time for bed. And you don't
Really?
even know you're doing it.
Wow. So I just inherited. It's genetic. I love that. Jealousy issues because I always feel like my partner can do better than me. That would be a tough one. I don't know. To have like, I feel like we all have jealousy within us. It's just part of being human. And I feel like you kind of have to quiet that beast because, again, someone else's success is not a personal insult. But to have it with your partner, I think would be really, really hard.
Yeah.
We're like, we've never been in partnerships.
I was just like,
this one's a
two
tough one.
relationships, that's all I've been in.
But I feel like I wonder if it's more in same-sex couples because I think it's hard to be in competition if you're a female and you're in a partnership with a man, because you're never going to have the same, you're really never going to have the same opportunities, I don't think, as much as we would all love to see that.
For a
Like,
man?
it's just,
Like women don't get the same opportunities as men.
I guess unless you're like both actors and going out for the same movie, right? And he books his role, but you don't book yours. Like, okay, that would be a huge bummer. But to say like you have jealousy with your partner because they can do better than you.
I feel like that will only come if you and your partner are in the same field of work.
Yeah.
Just for me. Because like if my wife and if I had a partner and we were in the same and she was like doing way better than me, I would be, I don't know if I would be jealous or I would think about myself because I would be like, am I in the wrong industry for me?
Like you're not, am
I built for this? Is she getting everything because she's built for this? Am I on the wrong path? Am I Joey Tribbiani? Like,
he was on Days of Our Lives. It's a pretty big get.
Yes, Drake Ramore, come on. But no, like that's the thing. Like I wouldn't be like, damn, I'm jealous. I need to do this. I would be thinking, maybe this isn't the line of work that is for me.
Well, this person didn't go into like detail. I don't know if they're a man with a woman with a man, same-sex couple. But I do think that this one would be extremely difficult because intimacy is added into that. And I'm sorry, once you start having feelings of jealousy, you don't want to fuck that person.
See, I don't have jealousy. Jealousy for me, I have self-doubt. I don't get jealous of people's success.
But that's what I'm
like, I doubt myself of like, am I doing something correctly? I'm not like, fuck them for being there.
No, but that goes back to, it's not an insult on you. It doesn't mean you're not doing enough.
Well, it does, but if I'm not, it's on me. It's not fuck them.
So you go back to beating yourself up.
Yeah, like, okay, they've done obviously a lot of things right. I haven't. So I don't get jealous. I get more self-doubt.
Self-doubt when you see other people. Yeah. That's still a tough one, though.
Either or, you're in a bad hole.
Give Them Lala is sponsored by Quin's. When it comes to gift giving, I always try to give a gift that someone wouldn't necessarily buy for themselves. I like to treat them to a little bit of luxury, and that's why Quin's is my go-to. Quin's has quality gifts at an affordable price, like my favorite Mongolian cashmere sweater, which starts at just $50. I have it in ivory, and it's so soft, and it washes out beautifully. I think everyone needs this sweater. But Quin's has everything: 14-karat gold jewelry, Italian leather handbags, and European linen sheet sets. Whatever you're looking for, Quin's items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. And that's because Quin's partners with top factories and cuts out the cost of the middleman, and then passes the savings on to us. Gift luxury this holiday season without the luxury price tag. Go to quince.com/Lala for 365-day returns plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/Lala to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Lala. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Gift giving season is upon us, and that's why I'm thankful for Rakuten. Rakuten is the best way to save lots of money this holiday season because you can stack holiday sales and deals on top of cash back to maximize your savings at over 3,500 stores. Stores will be at the highest cash back rates of the year, all the way up to 15% cash back at some of your favorite brands through the holiday season. Here's how it works. Stores like Sephora, Nike, Urban Outfitters, and PetSmart pay Rakuten to send them shoppers. And Rakuten passes on the part of that money to members via PayPal or check. You can get cash back at hundreds of stores across every single category: fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, and so much more. Rakuten also finds you the best deals, sales, and coupons. They do the work of searching for coupon codes so you save time and money. Plus, membership is free, and it's easy to sign up. If I can do it, trust me, you can too. So join the 17 million members who are already saving. Start all of your holiday shopping at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving today. Your cash back really adds up.
Caring too much about what people think. This I think is most people.
No, it's everybody's, and that's the thing. If you were nice and made nice comments to people that do what you want to do, it would give you confidence to maybe do it because you're like, oh, well, people are nice because I'm nice.
You know what's crazy, though? I was talking to Landon the other day, and Landon is Easton's friend. He's part of the pod. He lives He lives in the
He's my
back
roommate.
house. And he was talking about how there was a study about, do nice guys really finish last? And it
Oh,
was
yeah.
actually split in the
It's
middle.
a give and take.
Yes. So nice guys, yes, do finish last.
Mm-hmm.
However, the ones that are nice and don't finish last, it's because of who they surround themselves with.
It's honestly about who, from what I took, it's more about who you surround yourself with and not about how you handle yourself. You are who you are. Surround yourself with people that will benefit who you are, who won't take advantage of you.
But I think that's where the nice guy comes in. Like, I think Dad was a nice guy and he allowed people to take advantage of him. And Landon said, you have to surround yourself with the right matchers.
Mm-hmm.
So he considers me and Mom one of his matchers. Mom was Dad's matcher. Like, they're willing to go to the mats for you and allow you to rise while still being a nice guy because we don't want anything from you. And that's where it can get very tricky. Because more times than not, just the way the world is now, people, number one, don't want to see other people do well. The other thing is, there's a lot of leeches in the world where they may be all for you until a certain point hits.
Until all for you doesn't benefit them.
Yes. Or they think like, oh, this is kind of nice. I would like to have this. And then it becomes like a scary place.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is a world in which like you can be nice. Nice guys are usually hard on themselves. And a lot of people are saying, I'm too hard on myself. I'm too hard on myself.
But that's the thing. I'm a nice guy.
Until you're not.
Well, yes. But also, me and Landon, like, if Landon gets taken advantage of,
Yeah.
I'll step in for Landon.
So you're a matcher for him.
But Landon will step in for me because I get taken advantage of.
Yes.
So that's what me and Landon are really good at is like when I see him getting, because he can't, I'm 30,000 above for him. He's 30,000 above for me.
That's what you need.
So every time like he's like, hey, is this weird? And I'm like, yeah, it's a use. Don't do it.
Right.
Okay. It didn't feel like that to me. And I'll be like, how? And then we'll discuss it. And he's like, he is using
We're
me.
now seeing all the sides.
Yes. And then I'll do that. I'm like, I'm being used. And he's like, no, it's this. And I'm like, I never would have seen that if I didn't ask you.
Totally.
So it's like, I didn't even put that together until just now.
Wow.
But me and him are
This is what the
matches.
podcast is for.
Bringing the
is
pod
to bring
closer.
awareness. This person, I wish I had more motivation. You said something about this. Motivation is a hard one because I'm the type of person where I can feel so motivated, but then because I don't allow myself to be like my mom who looks at life like a hurdle race, and she always says like, you don't look at the full track, you look down, and as the hurdles come, you jump, because if you don't, you're going to fall. And in my case, become like one of those goats who scares quickly and then tips over. That's how I become very overwhelmed when I think about, okay, I have motivation. Here are the steps I need to take to get to where I want to be. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I'm hyperventilating. All the logistics are coming to a head and I'm gonna pass out.
Motivation, though, for me, I feel like you have to have a reward at the end of the motivation. Like you have motivation at the beginning of the game to win the game at the end. It's hard to stay motivated in life when all you do is take a fucking L.
Yes.
You know? Because I've been in that boat. Right when you get ahead, even like I'll just use a bank account. Right when you feel like you're getting ahead, you're like, okay, I got some shit. Something fucking hits, and you're like,
right, the car breaks. You got $2,000 to fix it.
Yeah, and I was ambitious today. I had it all, and now this just shit on it. And how long can I keep being
motivated
with just not getting something out of it at the end?
You're so right.
Because like, are you motivated today? Yeah, I have this, and this. Everything comes with, like, at the end of the day, you gotta win or you got something out of it. It's very hard for me when I was living in Utah, to stay motivated every day when it was like a carrot in front of my head. I was motivated, but I was never fucking getting it.
Right.
So
because you were like a dog.
Yeah, so sometimes you
Couldn't
just
use
lay
your
down with the
arms.
carrot in front of your face and just say, fuck it, I'm going to bed.
Right.
So I feel like, to stay motivated, pick something that you can have a goal to get as well as doing motivation in life.
Yeah, I love that, Easton.
So, yeah.
Wow. What a great fucking thing to bring up.
Thank
I
you.
didn't even think about taking the L. I love this person because I have so many friends that are like this. I have so many friends that are like this. I am late to everything in my life. Work, appointments, events, send help.
No,
Laughing, crying face.
Just be okay with being late. I'm not kidding you. I've finally been okay with it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm late. I don't even care.
No,
Get me when
but
you get me.
if you're late to a reservation, there's only a 15-minute grace period.
Yep, take
if
the
you're
next
late
one.
to
Fuck it. They'll get you in.
doctor's appointments that if you make a month in advance and you miss the grace window.
There was a car accident. Sorry, couldn't get here in time.
Oh, so Easton implements the lying.
White lie. There was an accident somewhere.
See, I'm too afraid because every time I blame something, if I'm like late to something and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm sick. Literally 2 days later, I get way sick.
Is this how my life's hell? Just white lying and just my karma's hell?
Is that what it is? No, I refuse.
All right, I'll start just canceling and not being honest about it. Don't want to go.
This is what I think. If you know that you have an appointment at like 10 a.m.,
Get there at 9.
instead tell yourself that appointment is at 9 a.m. and put that in the forefront of your mind. 9 a.m., 9 a.m., 9 a.m. That way, you have an hour grace period.
Also, if you really are late to everything, make it quick. There's a Google Calendar that you can put everything in with a drive time, so it'll let you know where you need to leave to be on time. Boom.
Boom.
It'll
Technology,
It'll
baby.
go, your appointment, leave right now to make it on time.
No, it needs to say like leave in
5
30
minutes.
minutes
Yeah.
or something. Because right now it's like, oh no. Easton's limbs are like a real issue.
I know.
You're constantly banging them around. The ability to think through my words in certain situations, I always regret my delivery. Oh my God, I so relate. I am great at delivering the best of intentions covered in shit. Hope you're okay with digging through shit, but once you dig through and hit the middle, you're gonna find gold.
Oh, God. I can't relate with any of this.
No, you're very
You're like a
kind.
beef Wellington.
What's that?
Just shit. Looks like shit, but it means well. Looks like shit, tastes great. Just a beef Wellington you are.
I can't breathe. Oh my God. If I ever become like an artist, like a rapper, a singer,
You're going by beef Wellington?
a stripper.
I'm not what strip club are you going to? I don't know. I'm just going to fucking see Beef Wellington. I would assume her vagina was the one wrapped around the pole with the name Beef Wellington. Oh.
I'm just thinking of the dirtiest town with like the dirtiest strip club with that name.
I cannot breathe.
Beef Wellington. Arby's Melt is the other girl's name.
Shut up. Oh my God, this took a turn. Oh my gosh.
Half off every day for sure. at the strip club.
Oh my hell. And we're back. Easton, you'll relate to this one. My anxiety, legit get anxiety over nothing, over things I make up in my head.
Oh,
The amount
my gosh.
You talked about this on the regular episode where I was like staring at something. The TV was on and I was holding Sosa and I was just blank stare. And Easton looks over and says, he's like building his Legos, like singing, and he looks over and he's like, bitch, whatever you're thinking about, stop. And I was like, wow, you know me so well. How'd you know I was thinking about something dark? And the thing is, I still have high thoughts, even though I don't smoke weed. There was a time that I was like, I look at the clock.
When you
It's
were
like
having
10
Apple
o'clock,
Jacks the other
right?
night.
Shut up. I was half a unisom deep. But I like looked at the clock. I was stoned out of my fucking mind. It was 10, okay? 10 p.m. And I just remember like thinking about a million things and I looked at the clock and it was still 10. And I had many, many thoughts. So what happens is one single thought parlays into another and then we've gone down the rabbit's hole. Call me Alice in Wonderland. And then I have to bring God into the mix and pray. I'm like, please, God, calm me down. Take these stressors. I go into my AA prayer and I'm like, please relieve me. Please relieve me from the bondage of self because it is
Hell in here.
suffocating.
I wish I could just unzip and like walk out of my body and just leave it there for
The
a minute.
amount of times that I wish I could leave my personality at the door. It's like,
I just want to like take my brain out, put it there, and just not be anybody for a minute.
You know, God should have planned this a little better. He should have made it so that when it's time to go to bed, you remove part of your brain, replug it in. And so you don't think about anything except for powering down and going to sleep. I feel like we'd be much more productive, you know?
Yeah, I think we're headed towards, you're going to crawl into like a little tank and it'll do that for you. Sci-fi movies.
Right. That's terrifying. So that one I really related to, like the anxiety over nothing, and you just suddenly, like there are times where I'll lay in bed and I'm like, I'm not stressed. Something's wrong.
That's what I do. If I'm like, I'll be like, oh my gosh, my brain is clear. And then I think, but my life isn't. So let's think of
why
something.
am I not stressed?
Yep,
I'm stressed that I'm not stressed.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with this person. She said, my brain, I wish I was a genius. Same genie.
I watched Sheldon or Young Sheldon
Yeah.
and Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
I wish I were just any of them.
Yeah, that would be intense too, though, because then you walk around life and you're like,
What are all
everyone's
these
really
idiots doing?
fucking stupid.
I know, that's why you only hang out with other scientists.
Right. You only kick it with the people in your class.
Well, remember our cousin,
Which one?
Jeff?
Oh, genius.
Remember Dad would tell him jokes and he'd just look at him and go, yeah, so how are the kids?
That's a common ground. I have kids. You have kids. Let's stick to that.
Dad would always look at me and go, like it
Yeah.
went right over his head. But it's like, no, he just is not.
He just is not. He would rather tell you how to
Very-
like connect a kneecap
Yeah.
back to its place
Have you
or
ever
whatever.
seen an Achilles pop? I'll teach you how to put it together. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm just going to tell you a titty joke.
Yeah, right. I'd rather just talk about
Family
exactly. No, seriously. That I was never good at setting boundaries and being too much of a people pleaser. I'm
Thank
horrific
you.
with boundaries. That's why I am.
That's
where
why
I
I
am.
am where I am.
People think I'm good at setting boundaries.
No,
I set the boundary after it's too late.
Yes. And then you're in the boat of, if I set the boundary now, how are they going to look at me? And are we even going to be friends?
So then I continue just like being,
Doing,
I don't want to say people pleaser, but I just continue doing what I do. And then I realize that I'm getting walked on, and then they do something that we can't come back from. And then now we end up hating each other.
Yeah.
Because then I go off and deliver the shitty
Yeah.
package.
Because it's the last straw. You've felt being walked on by this person, and then
Right.
you're fucking done.
Yeah, I relate. I would like to start setting boundaries.
That's my New Year's resolution, I think.
Boundaries?
Setting boundaries for myself. Healthy boundaries.
I said to Stassi the other day, I was like, you are the queen. Like, this is why you are where you are, because you are great at letting people know without letting them know. You will not pass this point. And she was like, setting boundaries is my most favorite thing to do.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you were to ask Stassi and you get a no, it's just a no. I've seen people ask you, and I think it's because you make a party. When you're like, no, I don't want to go on. There's multiple people. Like, if somebody tells me no, I'm just like, all right, cool. If I tell somebody no, they're like, bro, come on, it'll be fun. I've seen them like, Law, you have to come. We'll miss you. Da-da. And then you feel this pressure to go.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, I don't want to make them feel a certain way, but it's like, I just want to say, don't. Stop doing that. I don't want to go. Don't make me feel bad for not going now.
Right, exactly.
And that's a boundary I need to set, because I'll say no. Then they guilt me into going. I go. I don't
You're
have
pissed
fun.
off. Yep.
And then I'll get in a fight, or
Oh, no.
not a
the
fight, but like just, you're just short fused against something.
Yeah.
And then you just get into an argument about nothing you care about.
Which I'm already short fused.
So canceling is my favorite thing. But yeah,
Canceling's
I
my
wanna
favorite
do-
thing too.
that is-
I think that's another thing I wish I would change is like
Canceling,
honoring
but if
commitment.
but then
I
that
feel
comes
like-
with a healthy boundary.
Mom made us honor commitments too much as kids to now where
don't
we
wanna
are
honor
and
them.
we're adults where I'm like, guess what, Mom? I don't have to honor anything. La, 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 la.
Right? Yes. Because every day I'd wake up, you have volleyball, then basketball, then you're going to your friend's house. Can
Now,
not
I
just-"
told you that you had to stick with it for a year, and if you still don't enjoy it, then you can give it up.
I don't want to
And
do
look, I don't
anything
do
for a
any
year.
of it.
Yeah.
I don't do any of it. How depressing.
Yeah, so setting healthy boundaries will, in my opinion, make us better with sticking with plans and not canceling, because we won't feel
The guilt. And we'll
The
say
guilt
right
of
from
it,
the jump.
yeah.
You want to know what I'm going to start telling people? I'll let you know day of.
Yeah.
Well, we're making a reservation and we won't be able to fit you in.
Don't count on me.
Then don't count on
Yep.
me.
'Cause
I will
day
let
of,
you know
I
day
never
of.
want to go.
Me neither. By the way, my daughter Ocean, who you know,
I do know her.
she's
Kind
my
of.
daughter.
Yeah.
Great at setting boundaries. Great at setting boundaries. And I believe that's because she's Pisces, double sign, rising in sun. She came into the world as a Pisces, and what she portrays to the world is Pisces. There's no conflict. My Virgo and Scorpio constantly are at each other's throats. She is who she is. I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it.
And
A
I
little
respect
tough
her
when
for-
I have to go to parent-teacher conference, but it's fine.
I don't have to do that, thank God.
They're like, she wouldn't do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like,
Perfect.
boundaries. Wow. Don't we
taught her.
all wish that we had them at the age of 3.5?
That's where they yank them away from us.
I know. I'm like, why are we trying to fight this? This is what we try to get them to do in the real world. Which she's going to spend more time in the real world than she is in this.
I know. So also,
Little setup.
don't kill her imagination.
I know. Let her think she's the boss.
She is.
She is. I had fun this episode, Easton.
Is it already over?
Yeah.
I had a tittle
Tits.
time.
Tits LaRue, as Dad would say. It was tits.
LaRue.
You guys, thank you so much for writing in. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Keep in mind, you can also watch this episode on YouTube now. We'll catch you guys on Wednesday and then again for another boner episode next week. Bye. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Did I get all three? I'm getting really good at that.